Welcome to the first episode of the Ark Survival Guide for Nintendo Switch. Now, if you are finding this video, you probably just bought your new game for Nintendo Switch for Ark Survival Evolved. This is an amazing game, and there is so much you can do with it, but it is really hard to learn what to do. So the game doesn't have a very good guide built into it, and this is going to be a guide which will teach you everything you need to know. So when you first show up on this island, you're probably thinking, who am I? Where am I? What is my purpose in life? What are all these little dinosaurs that are chasing me all over the place? Is there a god? Well, we will cover most of those questions throughout the course of this guide, and we will teach you everything you need to know to not only survive, but to thrive in this beautiful and harsh environment. And we will teach you everything from how to build your first pickaxe, to building a house, taming dinosaurs, making jetpacks, riding a T-Rex, having a laser shark. So watch the rest of this guide, and we will teach you everything you need to know. But first off, we will teach you how to get started on this game, so let's get started. Now, the first thing we need to do is actually start the game, and even that has a lot of overwhelming options. So we're going to go through the very basic options to get started on this game, and we will probably post a link in the description for a more in-depth guide on all the different options you can do when you're starting the game. But for now, let's just dive right in. So I'm going to go down to host/local, and we will hit the B button on the Switch. It should be the B button. Now, I will confess, I am starting this guide before the Switch even comes out with this game, so I'm not 100% sure on the controls, but all of the other systems follow the same pattern, so we should be in pretty good shape. Now, we've got a lot of options here on the left-hand side. We can change all kinds of things, but we're going to leave it at the defaults for the most part, and we won't even mess with these for now. There's a bunch of different options for story arcs, but we are going to just select the island because that's actually your only option when you first start the game. And the right-hand side, mod settings, you probably won't have on the Switch, so we'll just ignore that completely. So we come down here after we've selected the island, usually with the B button, and then we go down to play single player, and we're going to hit B on that. And this will start loading the game. It takes a minute to load, so grab a snack, grab a soda, and get ready to dive right in. So we've got a bunch of options here, and I want to start by creating a new survivor. And you'll see this takes us to a screen where we can actually customize our character. There's a lot of different customization options, and pardon my mouse, but this will be a lot faster for me. Now, you've got a section here for male or female, and you can customize whichever you prefer. You can set up presets for your characters if you make new characters often, and the randomize button, well, never hit the randomize button. Let me show you. I have never actually seen this work to where you get a normal looking human being. They always kind of come out like a circus freak, and no offense if you're a circus freak, it's a noble profession, but that's just not really my style. I mean, I just don't want to look like this when I'm running around. I couldn't take myself seriously. So if you've totally messed up your character, hit reset to defaults, and then we go back to looking like a normal human being. And I'm just going to adjust my skin color, hair color just a tiny bit, and we will leave everything mostly as the defaults. Now, over here with the name, I'm going to type a name in real quick. And this is the really important part right here. We have the different spawn regions. Now, South Zone 1, 2, or 3 are all viable options. I highly recommend starting on South Zone 1 because that has got your best chance of survival. And anything beyond medium or hard is going to just be really rough. I think most of the hard zones are in the Arctic where you're freezing to death right off the bat. So let's start in South Zone 1, and I'm going to create a new survivor. And here we go. We just suddenly pop up out of nowhere on this random deserted beach, and that's pretty much it. You just figure it out from here. but we will teach you everything you need to know in this guide. So first of all, we'll go over the basic controls. Now, tip number 1, if you see a dinosaur and you don't know what it is, it's generally a good idea to run. A lot of these guys are pretty tame and safe around here, but we will run into some dangerous ones even on this area. Also, stay out of the water. There's sharks in the water. They'll eat you pretty fast, so I don't recommend that. Now, first thing you can do, on your Switch controller, the right-hand stick allows you to look to your right, left, up, and down. And you can get used to looking around. You'll need to do that a lot. The left-hand stick will actually allow you to move left, right, forward, and backwards. So play around with those controls a little bit and get used to just moving around. That's really important. You're also going to need to know how to run because you will be running for your life a lot of the time. So if you click down on the left-hand stick, you are going to start sprinting, and that will get you away from dinosaurs much more quickly. It's also good if you want to chase down dinosaurs. You'll do that eventually. We're going to start out at the bottom of the food chain, but by the end of the game we will be at the top, so it's always fun. Now, as far as the button controls, the B button should be jump, and once again, not 100% sure, but all the other consoles follow this convention. The Y button allows you to access the inventory of something that you're clicking on. We don't have anything that we can access right now, but just trust me on that. The X button actually collects items and interacts with objects, and it'll do all kinds of different features, but for now, if I walk up to this plant, you'll see on the right-hand side of my screen there's a tiny little blue hand, which goes away when I go away from the plant. Well, I guess there's other stuff I can pick up right now. There we go. So if I walk up to this plant and I hit the X button, that's actually going to grab something, and that's going to harvest whatever I can find in this plant. Now, there's all kinds of stuff we can pick up. I will cover that in the next episode. Now, the right trigger, the bottom right trigger, actually allows you to attack. Now, I've just got my fists equipped, and we can do some damage with these. We can knock some things out, but, you know, if you get into a fist fight with a big dinosaur, trust me, it's not going to go well. So, we're going to need to make some better weapons later on, too. Now, the right-hand stick, if you click down on that, you can actually crouch, and if you hold it down, you can kind of crawl along the ground. You won't be needing that very much, but if you suddenly find yourself barely moving, try clicking that stick. You've probably accidentally crouched yourself down. Trust me, that is a big pitfall for new players. And you don't run very fast, and you need to run fast when dinosaurs show up. So, that is the very basic controls, and a quick piece of advice, if we stay on the beach, it's mostly going to be smaller predators, but if we go straight up into the forest up there, you get a lot of larger, more dangerous predators. So, your assignment for now, between episodes, is to just walk around, get used to moving around and collecting objects, and just kind of get a feel for the game, and stay on this little stretch of beach because it's by far the safest spot you can be. And tune in next time. We will show you an episode on how to actually gather food and water and make sure you don't drown, starve, you know, all that good stuff. But thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we will get a new guide out as soon as possible to continue teaching you how to play this game. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.